Auburn Blitz is now on the air, your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello again, everyone, and good Thursday afternoon. Welcome into this, the latest edition of the Auburn Blitz. I'm Andy Graham alongside my good friend Randy Lee. We'll be with you for the next hour, taking your comments, taking your phone calls, talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics. We'll kind of continue the topic that we talked about yesterday in celebration. And again, this will be our final day, as we will take the day off tomorrow to celebrate 250 years of America. We're doing the top 25 Auburn football games in the last 50 years. Since 1976, the top 25 Auburn football games in the last 50 years. Now, we tried to do this yesterday, and we got sidetracked, and it turned into just a fun day, talking about anything and everything of these games and kind of reminiscing about them. So I decided to go about it in a little bit of a different fashion today. And so basically what I did was break these up into, I've got, like, say, the block of 21 through 25. In no order, 5 games that belong there. And then you got, 20 to, 16 to 20. And then so forth and so on to, you got a top 5, no discernible order 1 through 5, but these 5 belong in. These have to be in the top 5 games. So we'll try it that way, and you can give yours, and and again, I may miss some, you may miss some, and if we do, please tell us which ones we are. You cannot leave this off the list of the top 25, and there may be some out there that I'm overlooking, but. And you might feel differently about some than I do. So I already know that, you got one in your top 5, that I got one down in the, I think, 15 range. So, it is what it is. We'll agree to disagree, and that's wonderful. That's the way it ought to be. So we'll do that, and we'd love to hear from you. Again, love to get your participation, 256-234-6221, or you can dial us up on the Facebook or YouTube page and comment away on those, and we'd love to hear from you and get some interaction with you on that. But United States, moving on. Good win last night. It was a – boy, I just thought about you when you said, if it's 0-0 going in the second half, I'm going to be sick, And then, doggone, if we don't get a red card, which – we can talk about that. The red card, it was an ugly play, but clearly if you look at it in the context of the entire play and don't look at it in slow motion, you can clearly see that he doesn't. It's not like he stomps on his ankle. When he gets down, when he realizes he's on top of him, he immediately releases the pressure. And if you watch it in the full context, you can see there's nothing malicious about it. And so should it have been a yellow card? Probably. Should it have been a red card? Absolutely not. You play with 10 for the rest of the game, and now you're going to be without. He's been a scoring machine for the United States. So very, very unfortunate in that.
Yeah, that going into the game that we're going into, because I just don't see this game being a 2-0 game. Mm-hmm. I think the U.S. is going to have to win 2-1, 3-2 to win this next one, and it may go into extra time to get to there. We're not going to hold Belgium out of the back of the net especially if we get a lead and we put pressure on them the same as we saw with Senegal yesterday. I just think they're too talented to hold them down. Let's go to the game. Now, the red card was totally unfortunate, because he is our best offensive player right now. I'd like to say it's Pulisic that's the best offensive player. He's not. He's playing good. Want him out there on the field, dynamic with the ball, kind of keeps it moving forward maybe a little bit more than the others, but he just does not have that extra burst that it takes to get into space, to get the ball in the back of the net. I mean, Flo had just scored earlier, and it was called back. And, I mean, he was, a millimeter from being onside on that one.
But, I mean, the United States literally scored 5 times, I think.
Yes.
But they only counted, 2.
And we're talking really close. We're not talking about offsides by full body lengths. We're talking arms and legs or a toe was offside. And it's easy to go back and look in slow motion and find things if that's what you're looking for. But in the full movement that you saw, he was trying to get around to make a play on the ball. And it's so obvious that's where his legs are going and what he's trying to do. And I go back to the Messi foul, a couple of games ago. That he doesn't even get a call. And it's way more egregious than what you just saw right there.
I think the guy that broke the guy from Canada's leg didn't even get a red card.
Yeah, I mean, and there are times in a tournament when you need to really think this through. I mean, and this is, do I want them to give us preferential treatment because we're in the U.S.? No.
Yes.
Well, but I do think that you go into a match going that this team is about to go through, and that is their leading scorer. And when you take the time, now if you make a rash decision there on the field and you don't have VAR to go back and look, then you don't have time to think about what I just said. But hell, when you're going back there and you're taking another, 5 to 7 minutes to span through it and then make the determination, I'm about to send this guy off.
Yeah. And
he's going to miss the round of 16, and it's going to be a massive loss. It's unfortunate. We can talk more about the game, but that is a massive loss for us in the next round.
Yeah, I mean, there's no getting around it. And I like I said, I mean, it was ugly. I mean, that hurts. That hurts. Stepping on your ankle like that, that hurts, and that's not. It was, but again, you can't slow it down and just stop on that last scene. And you say, well, I mean, clearly, he was just trying to break his ankle. No, he wasn't. Watch it in full speed, and you'll see that it was clearly, I didn't mean to do that. So, but it is what it is. You gotta deal with it and move on if you're United States, and at least you got a chance.
Great win, though. Find a way to get a score on a set piece late.
Yeah.
When we're
was
down
that
to
not
10
I mean, tell me that. I can't even begin to tell you how difficult that was.
Oh, and
he made it look so easy.
It looked so confident over the ball before it was struck.
Yeah.
He and Jedi back there talking it through, and you could just kind of look. He had a glimmer in his eye. Like, I'm about to stick this one right exactly where I know where I'm going with this thing, and he did. And
you got to kick it hard enough so it's got enough speed on it that the keeper can't get over there and block it. But you can't kick it because, I mean, you're going to – it's so easy to go over. And he – the touch of that is – I don't think I've ever seen it.
Well, and you said this yesterday, and I'll add to it, but it's such – all sports are a game of inches, but this one is amazing to watch. It's an amazing sport to watch in slow motion, to see arms, legs, everything flailing around, and you are so direct with your thought process that you work it through all of that to make a goal, and how close small little things like that can be to winning and losing.
Yeah.
And the separation between the average everyday citizen and what these athletes are is just an amazing thing to see, because I always go back to this, and I know you were a very good high school soccer player, but thinking about this is that we had this sports day maybe a decade ago at Sportz, and the high school soccer program was there, and they were just doing things for the kids, but some of us adults got out there just to try. And we were doing corner kicks. And so it's Andy Graham doing the corner kick, and I'm the one that is supposed to somehow get my head on this corner kick coming through.
Yep.
Nobody out there defending. just air. You kick, you get your head, and you try to make it go through. And could sit out there for 10 hours and not make it work out.
Yeah.
And it's the same as that kick that we saw yesterday from Tillman. You and I could sit there for 10 hours and not have one. But it's the separation. It's what's so beautiful about this sport to me is the athleticism that you see out there.
Yeah. I mean, it would be hard enough if you didn't have 5 opponents 10 yards away from you lined up looking at you. He kicked it. I bet it grazed that guy's hair as it went over his head. I mean, again, you got to go over that wall, and you got to make the ball, and literally the ball went down after it cleared the wall to get into the goal. I've never seen it again. And that was maybe the best I've ever seen.
We so needed it, though.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you just felt, I was like, oh, gosh, they're going to score. And it's going to be 1-1, and we're down to 10, and we're about to pull some of these starters that we've got. We're going to get some of these darn subs. And you want to talk about jumping off a cliff with some of these subs that we've got in comparison to the starters. But you get that second goal, and you can just take a sigh of relief.
Yeah. And then they had 10 minutes to the end of it. Here we go again. All right, but anyway, congratulations to the United States moving on. They'll take on Belgium. When is that going to be? Tuesday or Wednesday? Monday.
Yes,
all right,
I think it's I think I'm right. It's either the 6th, either Monday or Tuesday.
Okay. All right, that's going to be interesting. All right, we got to take a break, but don't go anywhere. We're just getting started. We'll be back with the top 25 Auburn football games in the last 50 years right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Looking for hometown service and name brands you can trust? Come to Presley Appliance and Furniture. From the best choice in appliances from Whirlpool, Maytag, Amana, and KitchenAid to home furnishings, Presley's is your one-stop shop for comfort and quality. And now we've added the Mattress Shop by Serta Simmons Bedding and top quality sheets and pillows from Caraloha. Shop Presley Appliance and Furniture on Cherokee Road in Alex City or online at PresleyAppliance.com. That's PresleyAppliance.com.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Verner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
At Southern Union State Community College, success isn't a solo journey. It's powered by something bigger. A herd of faculty, mentors, industry partners, and a community committed to helping you move forward. Whether you're earning a degree that prepares you for immediate entry into the workforce, transferring to a university, or learning a new skill, Southern Union helps you find your strength and run with it. Herd powered, performance driven. Southern Union State Community College. Apply today at suscc.edu.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes that are installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
Hillaby Towers is an affordable senior citizens community located in Alexander City on Highway 22 East. Spacious one-bedrooms are available now. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today to find out more information on Alexander City's best-kept secret, 256-329-0552. That's Hillaby Towers in Alexander City.
Summer's on, and Royal Furniture is ready to celebrate 80 years of providing our customers top brand furniture at the industry's best prices. And now you can save huge with the 80th anniversary sale. At Royal, you always qualify for Royal credit terms, now up to 60 months at 0%. Save huge now and pay later at Royal Furniture, Auburn, Prattville, and Montgomery.
Hey everybody, hot summer prices have dropped at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Drive home today in a brand new GMC Sierra 1500 with savings up to $15,000 and $750 off MSRP. Or get 0% financing for 60 months. Need more power? New GMC Sierra 2500 HD with savings up to $10,000 off MSRP. Or get 4.9% financing for 60 months. Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Randy here with you. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. Happy 4th of July out there, a little early to all of you. Hope you have a wonderful and safe weekend. We are brought to you each and every day by J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation. No job is too big. No job is too small, commercial or residential. For all your needs, give them a call today. Also, Sensa Green, heating, cooling, and insulation. For air that's cool and clean, call on Sensa Green and the Glenda Mitchell Law Firm. For all of your personal injury needs, whatever they might be, hopefully you can avoid that sort of thing, but it does happen from time to time. So please, if you ever get in and find yourself in a situation like that, Glenda Mitchell Law Firm is the call that you need to make. All right, Randy, we talked about this yesterday. It was so much fun. We decided to do it again today. The top 25 Auburn football games of the last 50 years. We started at the top last week, or yesterday. I think we'll start at the bottom today. And work our way up.
Are you saying I got off track a little bit?
It's so easy to do.
Yes,
because these are so much fun. Yes. And because you and I know these games so well. It just, it brings back such good memories. But I'm going to start with 21 to 25. And you tell me if you would throw out any of these or you'll keep them, and then you'll tell me if you put any different in here. All right, so 21 through 25, I'm going to put in no discernible order the 99 Auburn-Georgia game, just because it was so unexpected. We were not a great team. Ben Leard had gotten hurt, and he had only played about half the season, so it had kind of gone off the rails a little bit. It seemed like maybe we were, I want to say maybe 4-6 at that time. No, yeah, that'd be about right, wouldn't it? Or we were 4-5 maybe. Something like that, because we were about to play Georgia, and then we were going to lose the Iron Bowl too in '99. But so we go out, we go to Athens, and Georgia's not a bad team. One of typical Jim Donnan Georgia team, Ben Leard comes out and just has Ronnie Daniels is running it up and down the field. Georgia can't tackle him. We're up 38-0. I think we're up 31-0 going into the half. And when we came out and scored again, that was just so bizarre. It was such a crazy game.
Yeah, that was a good memory on a bad team. Mm. So, some of these that we're going to go through here, it's not that I disrespect the game as much as I either disrespect how bad we were to win or the opposition. And there's one that I'll talk about that coming up. And it's one that I think's in the top 10 for a lot of people. And I actually happened to be at the game and I won't go all the way up there, but Auburn LSU with the interception game, I was like, gosh, just to think that we were going to lose to that terrible LSU team was just so disgusting. And they were awful. They were awful to watch.
Yeah.
That's how bad they were. And we were so bad offensively that it didn't matter. So it's hard for me to put games up there when we're not good and they're not good. But, yeah, I can get behind that, I guess.
Okay. I got the 2010 Auburn-Arkansas game, 65-43. Just an incredible game going back.
Well, neither team could stop one another, and Cam Newton was – if there was ever a doubt who the best college football player in the country was, it was put to bed that day. By far and away the best player that we've had in quite some time, and you knew it. And that was the day that you definitely knew it.
No doubt. I got the 0-1 Auburn 23, Florida 20. Florida was the number one team in the country. They come in. Damon Duvall kicks a game-winning field goal kind of as it starts to rain. Tommy Tuberville had one of the great lines that I remember at the press conference because we tore down the goalpost. That's back when you used to tear down goalposts. We tore down the goalpost, and somebody asked Tommy Tuberville in the press conference about them, what did you think about the fans tearing it down? He said, well, I wouldn't have minded them tearing it down so much. I just wish they'd bring it back. That was pretty funny. And I got the 90 Auburn 20, Florida State 17. There again, I mean, not a great Auburn team, but a good Auburn team and a good Florida State team. It was inexplicable a little bit then that, they should have won the game. They should have won the game. They tried to run a fumble Ruski one time, and that ended up being a crucial turnover for some stupid reason. I remember the quarterback, which one was that? I can't remember. Brad Johnson started the game, and I think he got benched. And was it Casey Weldon?
Well, there was a Casey Weldon during that stretch, but I don't remember if he was the one that was.
I can't remember if he was the one that came in, but I think he was. And on a third and maybe, I can't remember, seemed like it was a third and long. Well, I take that back. They had a second and long, and they got the first down, and a young man by the name of Eric Ramsey, defensive back for Auburn, if most of you know that name. If you don't, I'm not going to go through it. The guy fumbled. It went backwards behind the third. So they ended up having to, and recovered it. Florida State did. So they ended up having to run third down. And they were in Auburn's territory, up 17-14. No, tied 17-all, trying to kick a game-winning field goal. They were like at the Auburn 35 or 40. And Weldon drops back on third down, starts to trip for some reason, and just keeps tripping and losing his balance, dropping back 15 yards. They end up punting. Auburn gets it, drives down. Jim Von Lyle kicks a game-winning field goal. I was there. And everybody in the stadium was doing the chant for 10 minutes. And Florida State fans just sat there the whole time. That was maybe it wasn't a great game, but it was a great memory.
Well, and you say that it wasn't the best of Auburn teams, but it was during one of the best Auburn stretches of all time. So, yes, that season didn't end up being what 89 was, but you didn't know it at that time.
Yeah.
It was still the feel of Pat Dye and great talent, and the next crew's about to come through. It may just be a little bit of a down cycle here, but I remember that one well.
And I got finally the 17 Auburn 26 over Alabama 14. Alabama was number one team in the country, but it's the largest margin of victory in an Iron Bowl in my lifetime. You believe?
Wow.
That
Auburn one.
That Auburn one. Yeah, of course. All right, we got to take a break, but don't go anywhere. We'll get Randall's 21 through 25 when we come back right after this.
Chick-fil-A is always the best option when you're on the go, but they are also great when it comes to planning your next event, from tailgating to birthday parties to weddings. Call Chick-fil-A Alexander City at 256-289-7955 for catering or order on the Chick-fil-A app. Make sure to choose the Alexander City location and have your catering order ready to go. Nugget trays, mac and cheese trays, fruit trays, cookie trays, gallons of our famous lemonade or tea, and chilled grilled chicken sub sandwiches, and a lot more options. Make it Chick-fil-A Alexander City for your next event.
For air that's cool and clean, call Senza Green. For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Senza Green.
Turn to the experts at Sensagreen and find out how to get up to $1,000 in Carrier Cool Cash rebates. Visit Sensagreen.com today to be worry-free when it comes to your home comfort and indoor air quality.
For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Senza Green.
Summer's on, and Royal Furniture is ready to celebrate 80 years of providing our customers top brand furniture at the industry's best prices. And now you can save huge with the 80th anniversary sale. At Royal, you always qualify for Royal credit terms, now up to 60 months at 0%. Save huge now and pay later at Royal Furniture, Auburn, Prattville, and Montgomery.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes that are installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Verner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
Henderson & Coker is a premier custom general contractor located in central Alabama. With over 50 years of industry experience, Henderson & Coker has been crafting stunning custom residential and commercial spaces for families and businesses throughout Alabama and Georgia. If you're in the market for a top-of-the-line luxury home or specialized commercial work, contact the experts at 256-750-7383 and check them out on the web at hendersonandcoker.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Randy here with you. Only about 30 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. All right, let's you toss any of these out, or you like any of these?
No, I like all of those.
Okay.
I mean, you can argue down these first 10 to 15, but I'm sticking with yours until
Okay.
I promise you, I'll tell you if I don't like one of them.
All right. All right, 16 to 20.
Okay.
All right, 16 to 20. I got 2010 Auburn LSU 24-17. I struggled. I thought this one might need to be higher, but I couldn't find a place for it, to be perfectly honest with you. This is obvious the Cam Newton Heisman moment. And, you know, we we kneeled the ball on the goal line to end the game. So we won the game handily. It says by 7, but we dominated. And that was a really good LSU team.
Yes.
But, there again, that was just, very memorable game. But announcement of the Heisman, I thought that was pretty cool. 2010 SEC title game, 56-17 over South Carolina. Just a bludgeoning, dominating performance. And that's when I knew, and we're going to win the national title. I knew it. So.
You almost knew too well.
Yeah.
Because that bludgeoning and that offensive output that we did in that one, we didn't do that against Oregon.
No, we did not. It was not. We should have beaten Oregon a lot worse than we did, but, well, I don't care. I'll take it. I got this 2007 Auburn, Florida game. Trey Smith, Auburn blocks Auburn goes down early. I think it was maybe even 14-3. Maybe at 14-0. I can't remember. But, they bring – Leak leads them down the field for a touchdown. I remember Tim Tebow coming in and running for about a 30-yard touchdown, 30, 35, 40-yard touchdown. And I remember thinking, man, we're just going to get – but Tuberville had a way – I don't know. You could either blame it on the fact that his teams didn't come out of the gate quite ready to play, or he was a master at making adjustments and pumping a team up to come out in the second half, because we came out a completely different team and really dominated the ball game from then on. And blocked that punt, and Trey Smith picked it up and somersaulted into the end zone. And Blackman, hit somebody and fumbled, I think, late, and we picked it up, maybe ran it back for a touchdown or something. But that was a great game. Actually, that was the 2006 game I was thinking about. 2007 game was the one in Gainesville.
Yeah.
That Wes Byram kicked the game-winning field goal.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the sixth one was a great one,
I'm thinking I'm putting the sixth one on there. That was the one I was thinking about, not the seventh one. I'm going to put the sixth one on there. 2017, Auburn 40, Georgia 17. Again, Georgia, number 1 team in the country, but just a completely dominating performance.
Just offensively had it all going. It's the disgusting part of how that season ended and how the next one went.
Yep.
Everybody likes to point that we rode Kerryon Johnson until the wheels fell off, and that's what it felt like going into the SEC championship game, but it was fun while it lasted. And it was the lone season that we could hang our hat on, having a good run. Look.
And even then, when it ended on a sour note.
Well, here we are. You just did this. We've played in the last 10 years. We're 3-18 against Alabama and Georgia, and two of those 3 wins came in that year.
Yeah,
that's where we are. Congratulations.
Woo! That's a sobering thought, isn't it? And finally, I got the '93 Auburn, Florida game. Only because I think this low because it wasn't on TV. Yeah, I only remember listening to it. Now, it was a great memory of outside throwing the football around, listening to the game. But I have since watched it because you can see video. There is video of it, and it's phenomenal. It's just as entertaining as the '94 game.
Yes.
But there's something about the '94 game, the way it ended.
Well, it's television. It was the call. The '93 game, I think one of the biggest plays there in that game was the interception return for a touchdown. Not quite to the heroics that you saw in the last second grab the following season, but
something about scoring a touchdown to win as opposed to kicking a field goal to win too. I don't know why.
But it was probably the most surprising win I can remember. Maybe a couple of these other Florida games later were a big surprise. But none much more surprising than that 93, because during that stretch they were beating teams by 40. I mean, it was nothing for them to go out there and just bludgeon you 56-7 or something. It was a great run for Florida, but they just couldn't get over the Auburn hump there for a few
Speaking of that, they beat us 51-10 in 96, didn't they? All right, 11 through 15. I got the 2004 Auburn over Georgia 24-6. Again, dominating performance. This was a really, really good Georgia team. And just manhandled them. I remember the build-up to this game was, this is going to be the Clash of the Titans, and it was this and that, and David Green and yada yada yada. And 0-2 they had come in, and Auburn had them beat, and David Green threw that fourth down pass and broke our hearts and all this stuff. And ESPN Game Day was there, and this and that, and we just came out and just dominated from the get-go. And I thought, we're the best team in the country. Now USC probably would have had they would have had something to say about that, but still, that was one of the few times that I've ever just sat there and thought, outside of that 2010 year, where I just sat there and thought, man, we are that good.
We were that good defensively that night.
Yes.
And physically. Just made them like it.
Yeah.
And the hit by Junior Rosegreen was that was what.
He put him in jail now, but that was legal back then. Golly, that poor guy, he knocked him flat out. Quickly, I got the 86 Iron Bowl 21-17. I know you like that one a lot higher. I got 2004 Auburn over LSU, that 10-9 game.
I think it needs to be higher, but we can argue that.
We can come back and talk about that. 13 Auburn over Missouri, the unstoppable offense. Beat them 59-42. And the 13 Auburn Texas A&M game, 41-45. That was a great game too. It might deserve to be higher, but there's some really, really good games before that. All right, we got to take another break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
I'm Joseph Dean with Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation in Dadeville. We're located at 16797 Highway 280, which is on the corner of 280 and 49 North. With an on-site crematory in Opelika and a cemetery in Tallapoosa County, we are a full-service funeral home. To get in touch with us, feel free to come by or call us, 256-750-0381. And for any other questions, you can visit the website at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
Call on Kevin Kill and Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin. Comfort for life.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
The all-new Winter Timber is now open, located right next to the Walmart Market across from the Auburn Mall. If the outdoors is your lifestyle, Winter Timber is your new headquarters. From rifles, ammo, and hunting supplies, camo, and all the outdoor essentials, they've got it in stock and ready for you. Winter Timber is here to serve Auburn, Opelika, and the entire Lake Martin area, and they'll make the drive worth it. For the best selection and the best service in outdoor gear, one name says it all: Winter Timber, the best in outdoor needs.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama. Summer's on, and Royal Furniture is ready to celebrate 80 years of providing our customers top brand furniture at the industry's best prices. And now you can save huge with the 80th anniversary sale. At Royal, you always qualify for Royal credit terms, now up to 60 months at 0%. Save huge now and pay later at Royal Furniture, Auburn, Prattville, and Montgomery.
Lake Martin Mobile Detailing is the #1 auto and boat detailing company in Central Alabama. Don't trust your vehicle or boat to just anybody. Hire the professionals. Top-of-the-line ceramic coating, detailing, gel coat restoration, and paint correction gives you the options to take care of your boat or vehicle the right way. Located on Highway 63, just about 2 miles from Highway 280 in Alexander City, Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have you riding in style. Call them today at 256-794-2328.
During Dixie Electric Plumbing and Air Jurassic Challenge, replace your system by July 31st, and you could win up to $2,500 back for the oldest HVAC system or $1,000 for the oldest water heater. Call Dixie and it's done.
When you want quality, selection, price, superior financing, and a pain-free buying experience, look no further than Sons Automotive Group of Montgomery and Auburn. Sons of Montgomery offers the best selection of Kias, Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks. Conveniently located on Eastern Boulevard, Sons Ford of Auburn is the region's Ford volume dealer. And when you shop at any Sons location, they will maximize all incentives and financing options for anyone's credit. Whether Kia, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram in Montgomery, or Ford in Auburn, Sons Automotive treats you like family because they are family driven.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Randy here with you. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. Always like to remind you about Pepper Tree Steaks and Wines. Great place to get some tremendous food in the Montgomery or Auburn area, so go and check them out today. Check out their website, steaksandwine.com. Just the letter N, steaksandwine.com. Check out their daily lunch specials and specials for all your holidays and different times of year. There's certainly, if you're looking for somebody to take care of your tailgate, Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine, that's the call that you need to make. All right, Jeff says he was at the Florida State Auburn game in Tallahassee in 1984, the 42-41 game. So, yeah, we had that one, as Mid mentioned. James mentioned that one. Several other people have mentioned that one. I got that one in the top 10. But first, I want to go back to, we left off on the 11 through 15. Why should the 04 LSU 10-9, Auburn 10-9 over LSU be higher?
I think it's the biggest game of that season.
Okay.
I thought that the Virginia Tech game, when you go back and you watch that one, that it was way closer than it actually should have been.
Yeah.
This one wasn't.
Oh, no. You want to talk about juggernauts.
Auburn had to put a drive together late against an outstanding LSU defense that was exceptionally well coached, and we know where that coaching ended up and what all that it did following. But for Auburn to go down and score the way that we did, and how we converted on a fourth down play that was massive to be able to win that game too. I think it deserves to be a top 10er. I'd have to go through these top 10s to replace it with one, but for me, there has to be an 04 game well into the top 10, and that's the one I chose this morning when we were talking with Brett.
Yeah. If you can find a place for it,
I'll work for you on this.
But that game, I will say this in defense of what you're saying, that game changed the trajectory of Auburn football.
It did. Yeah.
We were a colossal failure in 2003. We had the most talented team Auburn has ever had, in my estimation, ever, and maybe still to this day, the most talented team Auburn ever had, top to bottom, in 2003. And we screwed it up. And we came back in 2004, and we were, we beat Lyle Monroe. And then, we beat somebody else. I can't remember who it was. When we played LSU, and it was the same old Jason Campbell.
Yep.
And it was
we
couldn't move the ball. He'd throw he threw a pig, yada. And then we had 4th down on that last drive, and he hit Courtney Taylor on that 4th down. Mm-hmm. And it was just like, wow. And the light came on for him. 2 plays later, he throws a touchdown pass. And then we missed the extra point. But there's a penalty, and for what? Why that? I don't know why the guy jumped on the line. Why would you do that? It makes no sense. But it was the right call, and it was a new rule that year, I think, that you can't jump up on and land on the pile. And so we got another chance, and he still rolled the snap back, and. I still remember the guy's name, Sam Rivas. He was the holder. I don't know why I remember his name, but literally the guy rolled the snap back, and he somehow got a hold of it and got it down for Vaughn, and he scraped it through. It was close, I think, but he got it through the upright. And we ended up winning the game 10-9. But you're right. That was a phenomenal game. It really was.
I think it's a top 10, and I'm going to replace it with one here in a minute.
Okay.
And, of course, I've already said that I think the 86 Tillman reverse deserved to be much higher than this. But I see why others wouldn't. I clearly do. But for me, it was.
That A&M Auburn 45-41 game probably deserves to be in the top 10 because it was a great game. Texas A&M was a really, really, really good team. And like you said, we got
could have gotten beat by 100.
Brains beat in 12. So, yeah.
So the difference in 1 year was there was no game. Of course, the Iron Bowl was and the Alabama matchup, but the Texas A&M game was the head scratcher. How in the world is this the same program, only a year apart? With that A&M, because when I say we could have gotten beat by 100, they pulled Johnny Manziel out so fast in 12.
At the half. I didn't think he played the third quarter. And he still scored. It was 40. Was it 42-0?
I think I left when it was 28-0, and it was within a couple of minutes of the start of the second quarter. And I remember talking to you, and somehow you lived through it.
I made it to the half.
And I asked. And, Paul, if you're listening out there, I'll never forget. So we have good friends of ours that are sitting behind us. And I don't think Brett went. I think it was already so bad in the season that Brett had given up on it. And he's really good about doing that. But Justin and I went. And when they scored to make it 28-0, we stood up and walked out. And Paula said, "Where are you going?" I said, Paula, if you've got
You're not real fans.
If you've got the stomach to sit here and watch any more of this, then you're a way better fan than I am. I can't stomach any more of it. And then to turn around and win that game on the road next year, just amazing.
Truly amazing, yeah, no doubt. All right, we got to take a break. We'll be back with one final segment right after this.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, CAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
Summer's on, and Royal Furniture is ready to celebrate 80 years of providing our customers top brand furniture at the industry's best prices. And now you can save huge with the 80th anniversary sale. At Royal, you always qualify for Royal credit terms, now up to 60 months at 0%. Save huge now and pay later at Royal Furniture, Auburn, Prattville, and Montgomery.
Bundle your home and auto and save money with State Farm's personal price plan. Contact State Farm agent Ron Carroll today at 256-378-6631 or visit him on Highway 280 in Childersburg. Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer availability. Eligibility may vary.
For air that's cool and clean, call Sensi Green. For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Sensi Green.
Turn to the experts at Sensigreen and find out how to get up to $1,000 in carrier cool cash rebates. Visit Sensigreen.com today to be worry-free when it comes to your home comfort and indoor air quality.
For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Sensi Green.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Sign Source is your local vendor for commercial and residential sign manufacturing and installation. We offer all kinds of lighted and non-lighted signage, from retail signs, LED message centers, event banners, vehicle wraps, the whole spectrum. We also offer service and repair on existing signs, as well as retrofitting to LED or installation of outsourced signage. We have the knowledge necessary to fulfill all of your signage needs in the short or long term. Visit signsourcenow.com to get started.
Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
Welcome back, everyone, to the final segment of the Auburn Blitz for this week and today. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. Thank you for your participation. Let's quickly go through this and let's try to finish this thing today. All right, 6 through 10. I've got the 2004 Auburn-Tennessee game, 34-10. You better get off the tracks because the train's coming through. Said Charles Barkley.
I'm trading though the LSU game in 04 for this one.
I can see that. I mean, I got no argument with that. That'd be fine. All right, I got the 84 Auburn-Florida State game, 41-42. Just, again, phenomenal game. We've talked about that quite a bit.
I can have an argument with you, though, because the season it did much better in 13 that you can transition maybe that A&M game with where it led that season in comparison to that one. But that's going to all be – if you were in Tallahassee that night,
yeah,
you don't agree with me.
Yeah, you'll never let that one go. The 94 Auburn-LSU, that's the 3-interception game.
Could care less about this when I was there, but that's just
– Could care less.
It's just a terrible LSU team.
It is.
I remember sitting there in the stands like, we're so good, and we're undefeated the year before, and we're on a stretch where we didn't lose – somewhere near 20 games. Mm-hmm. We didn't lose, and we're going to lose a game to Curly Hallman and this bunch of fools. And just watching
Jamie,
them,
what was his name?
Jamie Howard.
Jamie Howard.
Just out there watching them play, you knew they weren't good.
No.
They couldn't run the ball. They were bad. So, no, I don't have this one this high.
But 4 defensive touchdowns in a game.
It was fun to be there. It was a great emotional time. I was glad that we won, but it was just, no, I've got plenty of these other ones ahead of it.
All right, I got 2010, the comeback, Auburn 28-27. I think it's got to be in the top 10, doesn't it?
Oh, it's got to be in the top 10, and if you talk to the right set of people, it's a top 5. And if I didn't want to put 8 of the top 10s as Alabama wins on there, then I would make it much higher. But it was the reason we won a national championship.
Yep. And I got the 2013, the Miracle in Jordan-Hare, the Ricardo Lewis catch. Again, it defies logic. It defies all reason that everything that happened the way it did. Now, granted, we were blowing out Georgia. We blew a 20-point lead in the fourth quarter. So, I mean, there's that. Malzahn, you punch you in the face for this game. But, you know, then for them to take the lead, and for us, I mean, Nick Marshall just rear back. Sammy Coates wide open, coming across the middle. He might have scored, but it was a very easy first down catch on fourth down. So just throw it to the guy who's double covered and just throw it up. And when he let it go, I was sitting there watching it, and I said, Nick, at least why are you not even giving the guy a chance? And Lewis, why does he not stop running and try to catch the ball? He just keeps running. And the ball backs up, and for some reason he reaches out with the right hand, and the ball turns into a prettier spiral after it was bumped by the Georgia defender. So it literally was, a miracle.
Got to be in the top 10 solely because of all that you just said.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, top 5 games for me. 2013, kick 6, of course. 1982, first Iron Bowl win in 9 years. We've talked about that one. I'm going to go outside and think of people, said Coach Dye. 1989, 30-20, Iron Bowl, first one in Jordan-Hare. I was there. It was unique. There'll never be another one quite like that. 2010, national championship game. Auburn 22 over Oregon 19, and the 94 Auburn-Florida game 36-33. That's my top 5.
Well, only replacement that I would have here is I would just supplement that 86 game just because to me it was a little bit more emotional than the ending of the 89 game. And I know as far as a historical standpoint that the 89 game deserves to be in there, but I'm going personal. So I'm going to pull the 86 over and swap those two out, but I have no problem with any of the others.
Okay. All right, there's your top 25. I gave some honorable mention to the 89 Auburn-Florida game, the 97 Auburn-LSU game, which Damian Craig, phenomenal game, back and forth. Cecil Collins running for Georgia. I think he had over 200-something yards that game. I think Falk ran for 100. But Damian Craig just put us on their back and won that game. And then the 93, I got to give this game some love. The 93 Auburn-Vandy game. We won 14-10 on a goal line stand. How many times have we ever won anything on the goal line stand?
One thing that you left out here is there's no 83 game that you have in here.
This is true.
Which 83 game deserves to be in here? Those of you, I was 6 or 7, so I've got an excuse on not knowing which one.
I'm going to tell you which one belongs in here, and I left it out. It's the 1983 Auburn-Maryland game. Boomer Esiason in Jordan-Hare Stadium, and I think Auburn ends up winning the game 41-34 or something like that. Phenomenal game. Back and forth. Tommy Agee, I think, ran for over 200 yards in that game. That was a great game. Now, granted, there was
a lot that came from that win.
Yeah.
And that's the reason I'm saying there deserves to be an 83 game in here.
The Auburn-Florida game, there were like 50 NFL guys on the field. And Auburn won that game, I think, 28-21.
I'll give you one that probably deserves to be in here because I think it did solidify his Heisman Trophy was the Auburn-Georgia game in 85.
Okay.
Bo being gimpy, but playing. And really the long run that he had for touchdown secured his Heisman, I think, and secured the win for Auburn that day. And wasn't a great season for Auburn. We lost some close ones, including the Iron Bowl, but that was a big win personally to get him the Heisman.
No doubt.
Not that he didn't deserve it from other games, but he needed that because he had just been fighting injuries a lot of his career.
That's true. No doubt about it. Good call. There should be an 83 game on there for sure. All right, that's going to wrap it up for us. Again, have a great 4th of July. He's Randy. I'm Andy. So long for now. We'll talk again soon.